guys, here's another video here, man. All right, this is so I'm at this job site here, guys. I was out here last week, and me and the inspector had a run-in. You know, we had a little run-in. I kind of lost it, man. But this is what he was talking about. So you see right here, I just want y'all to see this first. So this right here is the LVL beam, which any LVL beam or any I-joist, we call those, all of this is engineered. This is your engineered system, okay? So if you can kind of look at this LVL beam, it's 3 beams all put together, and we use some screws that's long enough, you see what the little red dots are, to bond these right here beams together. Now, so these beams were designed according to this right here plan right here. And if you look at this plan, it's gonna look like, let me see, this is what it's gonna look like. So you can see right here with that 3-ply, they call it a 3-ply beam. You see that 3-ply beam right here. And it says B16. B16, there it is, B16. That beam is the LVL beam. It's 1.7, 1 3/4 of an inch thick, 16 inches in depth. And then you got, one of them got shipped, but you're gonna put 3 of them together. You guys have got it, and the length is 24 feet, okay? So guys, you gotta get into this stuff. You gotta know how this stuff works. All right, so now you got that, right? This tells you where the beam goes. So this is that beam right here. Now, here's the issue that we got into. Now, that beam, when you hit that beam, when it hits down, it's being stacked on a load. Now, this actually, these are 2x6s. These are 2x6 walls here. That's finger jointed too, by the way, guys. As long as you're going straight up and down on finger jointed, you're okay. But right here, guys, we have a, so these are this is a 2x6 wall. And the thickness of this 2x6, so you got 3 of those, you got 3 of these, really an additional one, because that's so close to it. It's within a half an inch or 2 of the beam. So this right here is really treated like one piece right here, all right? So we just, even if we did just 2 pieces. So this right here is gonna be 5.5 inches. That's 2x6. And so each one of these right here, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So this right here is gonna be 3, and then another 1.5 is gonna be 5.5. So that's the thickness. So now we gotta come here and we gotta find, this information comes with this paperwork here. So that was remember that beam was a B16. So it comes with paperwork right here, B16. Now this tells you, I highlighted it right here, this tells you how thick of lumber how much lumber you gotta have right here that's holding that beam up on both sides. That's what it tells you, okay? That's what you need. That's called the bearing. I never had to do that before. Never had anybody question me about that, but it's actually a good thing that you guys get in here and understand this stuff, man. So I'm gonna get in here. So this right here tells me that the bearing, if I was using LVL, I would need two, just we're say 2 inches, almost 2.5 inches, not quite less than 2.5. That's all I need. Here I need just 2.5. A little less than 2.5, which I got way more than enough. Now remember, this right here was we was gonna do 2x4s instead of 2x6s here. So even if I did 2x4, I just went on here and did this right here because the plans spec for 2x4 wall, but I did 2x6s. I went stronger. So we got more than enough lumber right here. All right, so let's look at another one here. Let's go in the basement, guys. So I got this one right here, and I marked all of them too, guys. So, and I have the chart right here. So I've already taken the numbers from the chart, from this right here spec sheet, which this right here is a B10, And I got all my, anything that's greater than a 3-ply, I got them over here. So this is my B10 right here. So this is my B10. All right. And so my B10, look, it says you need 4 inches. And then you need, so one side needs to be 4 inches. And I'll explain that in just a second. And the other side talks about the grain. And the other side needs to be 5.5 inches. All right, so let's go look at that. So I put that here, 4 inches, 5.5 inches. So we're gonna go down here in the basement. And guys, I'm always losing my tape measures. I don't need to take any more tape measures on, so I just leave them out there, man. I need to figure out a way to attach my tape measures to my belt or something. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna find this beam down here in the basement. And let's see. So may have a little bit of noise here, but this is that beam right here, guys. That's that. When I look at my basement, I like to always try to turn it. We got it this way. So that's my little wall up there. So you're looking right here, guys. So this, we got a 4-ply beam. This is a 4-ply beam. That beam comes all the way here, sits here. It needs to be 4 inches, 5.5. All right. So I got more than enough, guys. I got this beam. It's resting on top of. Look what I got it resting on top of. This is way more. This is like 6, 7. I got this thing sitting on probably 10 inches. So that's way. And then this right here is 5.5 going out this way. So it tells you how far to come out this way as well. All right. So this is what this is talking about, guys. You have got to understand your engineer. All right. So here's another thing. Let me see. So this says that this right here got to be 7.5. Tells you that 7.5 by 8 posts, which is right here. And I guess it's an 8 feet post. But you got to have this right here. That distance right here needs to be 7.5. And let me see. I got each one of these right here, guys. Each one of those guys right there is 1.75. So if I add, let me see, 1.75 is 3.25. If I got 2 3.25s, you add that up. All right, so I got 4 of these right here. So each one of these beams right here is 1.75 inches. 1.75 times 4 is 7. Plus I got a 1/2 inch right there, which is a lip. That's a little bit more, maybe a little bit more than 1/2 inch. That's about 1 inch there. So I got more than enough. So I do meet my 7.5. Okay.